This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
A procession made its way through Grant County on Wednesday to honor fallen King County firefighter Ken Ward.
People can help support an Ephrata School District para-educator who was seriously injured in a July collision on Friday night prior to the Tigers football game.
Big Bend Volleyball dropped their fourth match in a row after being swept by Columbia Basin Wednesday night.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A procession made its way through Grant County on Wednesday to honor fallen King County firefighter Ken Ward. Ward, a firefighter with Mountain View Fire and Rescue for the past 10 years, was found dead on Saturday near the Wild Horse Monument along Interstate 90. His death was ruled a suicide, and on Wednesday, Grant County law enforcement, firefighters, and EMS led a procession from Moses Lake to Vantage as Ward's body was transported back to his hometown. The procession was a way to show support for Ward and his fellow firefighters while raising awareness to the alarming rates of suicide among emergency personnel. According to the Firefighter Behavioral Health Alliance, more than 100 firefighters have taken their own lives in 2016, and it's estimated about 100 law enforcement officers did the same. Sheriff Tom Jones was hoping having the procession, while showing their support for Ward and his fellow firefighters, would bring some awareness to a problem that is often kept quiet.
You know, it's almost staggering when you actually look at the statistics and, just making sure that we get our folks at least the information and the avenues to get help if they need it. A lot of people don't realize is that there's a lot of stresses that come with being an emergency services personnel, whether you're fire law, EMS. Suicide is a real thing for our profession, and to make sure that we're putting that information out to our folks and a lot of folks that if there are issues that are having, there are avenues to take to get help.
This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
People can help support an Ephrata School District para-educator who was seriously injured in a July collision on Friday night prior to the Tigers football game. The Grant Elementary School PTO is hosting a potato feed and dessert auction fundraiser for Elizabeth Mills from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Kiwanis Field. The cost is a minimum $5 donation. The funds raised will be used to help with Mills' medical and rehabilitation expenses and to purchase a wheelchair. Mills, a 35-year-old East Wenatchee resident, was a passenger in a pickup truck struck by an SUV at the intersection of D Street Northeast and Division Avenue East on July 20th. Mills and her boyfriend, Grant County Sheriff's Corrections Deputy Justin Grubb, were both injured. Mills had critical injuries and was flown to Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center in Spokane for treatment. Grubb's 8-year-old daughter Audrey Grubb died in the collision. The Ephrata Tigers are hosting the Ellensburg Bulldogs at Kiwanis Field at 7 p.m. on Friday night. In Ephrata, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
Big Bend Volleyball dropped their fourth match in a row after being swept by Columbia Basin Wednesday night. Columbia Basin notched their second win in a row to improve their Northwest Athletic Conference record to 7-6. Big Bend falls to 1-13 in conference play, dropping Wednesday's match in straight sets, 25-18, 25-14, and 25-20, and sits in last place in the East region. Big Bend's Maddie Powers and Jacinda Fancher led the team with 7 kills each, and Savannah Bass added a team-high 11 digs. Columbia Basin managed to rack up 51 kills in the match compared to just 26 for Big Bend. The Vikings have 3 matches remaining in their schedule this year, with Yakima Valley sitting at 4-9 in the conference, up first on Wednesday. Big Bend will finish their season against Blue Mountain on November 4th and Spokane on November 9th. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 Sports.
Pretty good start to the week, but by the weekend we could see some rain. Hi, Jeff Slakey taking a look at the basin's forecast for iFIBER 1 News. Low 60s and partly cloudy skies for your Monday, and maybe a little bit of rain during the overnight into Tuesday, where we're going to be again at about 62. Rain Wednesday, about 1/3 of an inch likely. More rain on Thursday, with temperatures near 60 degrees. That 60-degree mark lasts until the weekend with off and on rain. For iFIBER 1 News, I'm Jeff Slakey.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.